Hey guys, how are we all doing? So this is our Bitcoin evening wrap up. So if you guys wouldn't mind just quickly smashing that like button and we will go straight over to those charts. So the 4 hour, as you can see, no real action today. Nothing's really happened. We sort of sat in a range. Well, you can even call it a range. We're basically just at this equilibrium point. Obviously we had our push up yesterday, and now find ourselves just back down where we began, where we broke out from before, and just awaiting some sort of guidance from somewhere, it seems. Obviously stock markets are looking pretty strong. Well, gold, silver and oil are up obviously on explosion news. So that's what's going on there. That obviously isn't inherently bullish for Bitcoin. So obviously Bitcoin's not responded. But yeah, so literally, there's nothing really we can go over today in Bitcoin. We can obviously look at the stochastics, see how they are doing. Check out the TDs, of which we won't have anything of note just due to the lack of actual trending movement. And I mean, all that's really interesting today is the BTC dominance, which I actually think is very interesting. Not sure why that's not loading up. Yeah, so it's gone. That was the BTC dominance on a weekly time frame. So you can see, obviously it started off as 100, or when there was only BTC way back then. It had obviously a big move down in the last bull run. Subsequently retraced quite nicely. A couple of weekly nines here. You guys would notice a weekly nine there signaled the top. That was just about a weekly 9 here. This weekly 9 we just blasted through, and then a weekly 9 just here, and we're actually on a weekly 9 buy here, but we are basically trading below that 9, so it looks like it could be a continuation in much the same way that this continued through here to the upside, and then clearly you can see the weekly 9 there. So anyone that tells you the TD doesn't work, don't listen to them. Don't listen to them. The TD works. The TD works. But anyway, so this is what I kind of want to show you. It's just the importance of this level. If we lose this level, well, if we lose this level, then realistically, there's nothing really that's going to stop us until we get to about 52%. And that's obviously going to precipitate. Assuming we are in a Bitcoin bull run and it is going up, that is going to basically give us just an insane pumps in a lot of altcoins, like just insane pumps. So this is what I am intently watching at the moment. I believe we will see some acceleration to the downside now that we are through closing and trading below this daily 9 here, this weekly 9, sorry. I think that is going to be the trigger that's going to spell a lot of yeah, well, just a lot of altcoin love basically. So yeah, so going back over to Bitcoin though, back over to the king. The 4-hour Stokes, you can see is faltering a bit. It's still in the bearish half of the zone. It kind of wanted to turn down and turn up, so it looks like it's gonna, well, unless price action starts to move up, it just looks like it's gonna hold down here for a period of time. 10-hour turn back up, 12-hour still coming down. So yeah, potentially bullish on the 10-hour. 12-hour obviously not quite as responsive as the 10-hour, and it's the daily really what I'm trying to keep an eye on. If the daily does start, basically it comes down to around here, I would probably expect well, a move down to the 10,500 zone, and then we'll just have to assess price action when we're there basically. 2 hour we looked at, 2 days we looked at was closing down earlier, and the 3 hour is pumping up still. And yeah, and potentially I may be wrong about this. If it gets up to here, we'll be at 15k, but it is kind of not fine margins, but we've got big trigger points in Bitcoin where it may look quite far away from it, but if we take out this level and, well, that level, if we take out this level, that we've basically done it. We are at 15k. So realistically, we are only looking at one level of resistance, really. For us to, well, actually, I think I've been a bit punchy saying we'll break through, we're going to get to here, but I do think things will get pretty wild. And if we do break through here, I think we will come pretty quickly to the top, this top level here, and then maybe have some wick action, some shenanigans up here, where I believe we will get to 15k. So whether we will hold up there or not, I don't know. But but if we do that, that will obviously coincide with the three daily Stokes up here, and obviously the larger the time frame, the more powerful they are, and that is also being said with the weeklies that are turning up. So stochastic wise, longer term, yeah, it does look like we are going to blast through this and get up to 15k basically. Well, at least over 14k. But shorter term, I mean, I do think we are going to. I keep saying every video. I think we are going to have to come down and test at least here or down here. And really test the resolves of the bulls. You got to kind of look at this price action here as well. Well, obviously, a lot of profit taken, a lot of premature. Not premature. That's the wrong word. Just over leveraged, and people that were basically buying lots and lots, either hit their running trading take profits or their stops, and then, yeah, basically got out that position. So, right, if those people were then buying again, buying back into their position around here, thinking that it's just a wick down and we're going to come back up. I mean, we came up briefly, but that did get sold into again under the resistance. So the way I see it, there are people that are long, potentially even trap long, that are maybe gonna have their resolve really tested over the remainder of this week, I believe, when we do come down to here. But after that test is successfully passed by Bitcoin, then yeah, I think it will be onwards and upwards for 50 to 15k, 14, 15k, just sort of basically above here. So that is it really. So here is my altcoin list. You can see we're getting some big moves. You can see my computer's being a bit slow. Yeah, some big gains in these alts. 4%, 14%, 4, 7%, 4. I mean, you can see the moves that we're getting. 11%. Yeah, we're getting some really good moves. In these alts, and that is what we see. That is basically how we know this market operates. When Bitcoin basically trades sideways, that the gains are looked for elsewhere, and that elsewhere is the altcoin market. So I just have a list of basically a watch list on a couple of exchanges of my favorite alts that I think are good. I think are gonna do good big things, and I buy those on dips and then sell them on pumps and move into other ones that are on dips, and well, rinse and repeat. So yeah, that's it, guys. So like I said, I do kind of think we're going to test down here, and even then I think we are going to stay in this zone for a bit before we do muster the strength to blast off to what will be yeah, very, very volatile to the upside moves. But yeah, for the time being, I do think it's quite likely we digest price action again in this zone, which is what I've basically been saying over the past few weeks. I know what happens is you get low volatility leads to high volatility leads to low volatility. So everyone gets basically put to sleep in these sort of low volatility scenarios, and then all of a sudden we get a rude awakening, and then we get this rude awakening, and then expect more directional volatility or volatility just in general. And then what happens is the market then does the opposite again. That's what markets do. That is the cycle of low to high vol. That is what this indicates here. Low vol to high vol. So we had the very, very extremely low vol here, and we'll go on to a daily to look at it a bit better. Extreme low volatility for a long time, and we then had this massive expansion of volatility, and now we'll potentially expect to come back down and calm down in this zone. That's not necessarily what will happen, but that is what I believe will happen. That's not a problem, guys. There will be big opportunities, and those big opportunities obviously will be in altcoins in general, and maybe even certain ones especially so yeah, so there we go, guys. So thanks for listening. Remember, this is not a financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research. And I will speak to you guys not later on this evening, maybe later on in your evening if it's the morning now. But yeah, I'll speak to you guys in my morning over here in the UK.